Hey guys, it's me, Lydia Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Today is something super easy. As you can tell, I don't have a lot on my face, and that's because we're doing a no foundation makeup routine. Somebody on my Instagram, I think it was, asked me to do this. I forget, and if I see you in my inbox again, I'll DM you for sure and let you know, hey, the video is posted. But anyway, today we're doing a no foundation makeup routine. I love these kind of videos because I often do my makeup in like 10 minutes or less, and every time I don't always put on a full face, which you can see today, but you still have to look flawless and put together, and that's what I'm going to help you do today with this video. So kick back, get yourself some tea and some snacks. Hi to my new subscribers. I love that every time I log on, it's more and more of you. We're getting close to 500. Yay! So tune in, and I hope this video is helpful to you. Let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. I already have my skincare on, sunscreen, moisturizer, serums, etc. I'm going to prime my face with the e.l.f. Putty Primer. And yes, even though I'm not wearing foundation, I still prime my face because I'm still putting products on my face. So I'm going to keep it concentrated down here where my pores tend to show, right around here. And then I'm going to put just a little bit on my forehead, right in the middle where my pores show. And I did not do my brows yet because I can't find my brow pencil. I lose it every single time. So first and foremost, I'm going to go in with color correction. That's going to be the major key for my no foundation routine and to getting a flawless base. Color correction, I'm using both an orange color stick from e.l.f. and I'm covering up the hyperpigmentation acne scars with that, and I'm covering up this hyperpigmentation patch on my cheek with that, and just a little bit in the inner corner of my eye where the darkest part is here. Now that the brown marks or the dark circles are a little bit more neutralized, I also went in my under eye with a teeny tiny bit of this color correction. This is the peach one from LA Pro. It's the difference between this one and this one, but this one just gives it a little bit more lightness under my eye, where the orange one covers up the dark spot. And since I'm not using foundation again, I want to make sure that the canvas is in a good place to start off with. So I start off with my concealer that is closer to my skin tone under my eye. And this is the Maybelline Magic Eraser in the shade Golden, and I just put it in the corner. And then I use the brighter shade of concealer on my outer corner of my eye, and I just use a dab of that and a dab of that, or like that. Then if I'm not wearing foundation, I go in with a concealer that is also the same color or close to my skin tone. For that one, I'm going to be using this color from e.l.f. and this is in the shade Medium Golden. I put the concealer where I wanted to conceal the areas, just to cover, and that's again on my hyperpigmentation, on my chin where I have acne scars, a little bit in the middle of my forehead, and a little bit on my chin or my upper lip. Now again, I'm going very light with this application because it's concealer, it's thicker. So once I have it, I'm just going to use a buffing brush like this, and I'm just going to tap. I'm not going to blend it around like I would foundation. I'm simply tapping it into the areas that I have on the product, and I'm concealing those areas. So you notice how the product didn't spread all the way out here. You can see the line of demarcation, and it's because I wasn't blending the concealer, because again, it's not foundation. I'm simply tapping it into the areas that needed a little coverage, and you can tell the cheek area is covered, the forehead portion is covered, acne scars are covered, and that's the purpose of the concealer. So now I'm going to do the same thing on my under eye concealer, which you can see here and out of here, and I'm just going to tap it in lightly because your under eye is super delicate, and I'm just going to tap that in and blend that the same way. So now we're moving on to powders. Before I do that, I'm going to give my face just a little spritz with the MAC Fix Plus, just to give me some hydration on my face. So now for the powder portion, I have 3 different powders, but we're not going to use even a fraction of what's on the tops of these powders. I have a black opal powder. That's a little closer to my skin tone. This is their translucent powder. I have a Laura Mercier powder, which is what I'm going to use to brighten my under eye. And then I have a all over finishing powder, which is what I'm going to put all over my face to set the concealer. So you can either use a muff like this, a little triangle to get up in there. These are going to pick up a lot more product, which is why when I use, oh, I do need some more powder. When I use the Laura Mercier powder, I would not put this much under my eye. I would dab this off and see how much is left on my hand, and then I would go in and set my under eye. And then I'll just use what's on my hand, go back in with the muff, and set my under eye on that side as well. Okay. That's the now I'm going to take the black opal setting powder, the translucent powder, on a fluffy brush, not even using a fraction of that, and even that I'm going to take off on my hand, and I'm going to press this into the areas where I put that concealer. So I'm going to press it in my chin. I'm going to press it on my mustache or upper lip. I'm going to take a little bit more, and I mean a teensy bit more, and I'm going to press it in my cheek. Again, not swirling this around because this is not what we're using for foundation coverage. I'm going to press a little bit over here, and I'm going to press just a little bit what's on the brush on my forehead, and I'm simply setting my concealer. You see how it's coming together? Everything looks nice and even. Now for the finishing powder, I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to use, you can use whatever finishing powder you like, but because I don't have on foundation, I'm going to use this powder from Sephora. This is their Micro Smooth powder, and this gives you a nice soft airbrush look, but it also gives you the coverage you would need if you were using a foundation. And this is the product that you want to take around your face and really get in there with the coverage. I can show you on this side because you can see it's not blended down. So we're going to take that and really even out the complexion. So we're powdered up. This is our base complexion. It's nice and even. It doesn't have any lines of demarcation. Your hyperpigmentation is covered. Your blemishes are covered in the middle. Now you can go in with the rest of your makeup, your blush, or whatever it is that you want to add in. Since I didn't do foundation, I'm not going to use a liquid blush. I may use a cream one, but I'm not going to use liquid because I've powdered my face. If I was using a liquid one, I would put that on first and then powder my face so it wouldn't move around. But right now I'm going to go in with my setting spray and just give my face a generous spritz. And this is the one from Sephora. And then I'm going to move on and just do some quick bronzing, blushing, etc. so you can see the finished look. Okay, so I'm back, and I thought I was filming when I put on my blush and highlighter. I used the Mented Cosmetics Clay Too Much blush. I thought I was filming. I'm just yapping away about blush and highlighter on how to lay it on top of your concealer, and it wasn't even recording, so my bad. I went ahead and just finished the look. I added mascara, a little bit of neutral color eyeshadow, but I really wanted to show y'all the base on how to get a nice base without using foundation. You don't always have to. In the wintertime, I tend to use more foundation because it's a little bit more forgiving because it's not as hot. The humidity is there, so it really gives it a chance to work on my face. But in the summertime, I do like to just do a nice little, oh, that looks really good. Wow. Even if I say so myself. And this is the cheek with the hyperpigmentation, so that looks really good. But yes, you can absolutely get a flawless base just using concealer. Always, for me, I like to start with color correction because that's just going to neutralize any brown spots, any blemishes, anything like that. If I hadn't laid concealer on, color correction on top, this area here would just be looking gray with blush on top. So I like to use my color correction to neutralize any brown spots, and then I go in with the concealer. And again, I think for me the biggest tip is to not swirl the concealer around as if you're blending foundation, but concentrate and blend on those areas as I did with your brush, and just tapping it in that area that you put the concealer on. Leave it in that area, and then letting your powder do the finishing with bringing everything together. So I hope that helps. Okay guys, so thanks for tuning in to this quick tutorial about how to get a no foundation routine. As usual, if you have any questions, sure, hit me up. It's not a problem whatsoever. All the products that I use will be linked down below. They pretty much don't change. I'm pretty good with concealer right now. I think I found my holy grail with the 2 Maybelline concealers under my eye, the e.l.f. concealer, and every now and again I'll do the Fenty concealer, but my skin has to be really hydrated. For some reason, those products lately have been just like sucking up all the moisture in the room, so I don't use those as much as I do the e.l.f. hydrating camo concealer and the 2 powders. But if you have any questions, just let me know. I hope this video was helpful. I kept the makeup nice and light. This is very mature skin friendly. It is very mature skin friendly. If you have mature skin like me, you're a little older, you have dry skin, this is a very mature skin friendly video. So I hope it helped. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a thumbs up down below. Hi to my new subscribers again. I love that every time I log on, I have more of you. We're on the road to 500 very, very soon. I can feel it in my bones. So thanks for tuning in, y'all, and I will see you back here real soon.